up until recently, and by recently I feel like it was a lot closer to this time, but back in August I chopped my hair off. It feels like it was yesterday, truly. Well, so I chopped it off, and ever since then I've just been new and improved. It's most of you know. Anyways, but so I was telling my friend, before I went in to get my hair cut, I said, you know what should I do? Should I cut it shorter? Should I let it grow out? Like, what's this vibe that we're feeling? And she's like, you know what? I think that you should get a bob. I think it would be interesting. What? You want me to get a bob because it's interesting to you? No. And she said, you look like the American Girl doll. I'm a 21-year-old woman. I'm supposed to be maturing into my body, not wearing plaid skirts. I don't want to go horseback riding right now. I don't want to be an American Girl doll. That's not the look I'm going for. Jesus. God. Anyways, so we just experienced spring break. What was it? How many weeks ago was it? I'm honestly with no brain cells, I'm losing track. Anyways, but so during spring break, I was just so happy there was sun out because, as you guys know, we've been experiencing a cold front, especially for us Californians. This has been ridiculous. I don't know about you guys, but I'm very white. And so when I am in the sun, I change colors, which is great for me. Great for my self-esteem. Oh, it's just great. For some reason, I feel like I look thicker, just fuller bodied. So I'm walking, as soon as I see the sun out, it's my first day of break, I'm like, fuck yes, the sun. So I call my girls are my cats, they come out with me. I'm like, come on ladies, let's go tan. So, but before I tan, of course, there's always the certain things you have to do. First off, I have to put on my bathing suit. I've had the same bathing suit for quite some time. It's very embarrassing for pictures. Anyways, gotta get a new one. So I put on my swimsuit, I lather up in coconut oil, and I walk out. I have these big sliding glass doors. I just walk out of the glass door and I say, sun, burn me to a crisp. Ready, I'm prepared. I'm ready for it, sun. No sunscreen at all that day, right? I ended up with a beautiful tan, as you can tell, but like, I just wanted to be burnt because us white people know, like, the more you get burnt, the like darker you end up, and that's where we're trying to end up, right? At least me, yeah, whatever. So, speaking of my girls, my cats, if you know me, you know I'm a cat lover. I love my cats. I have 5. Yeah, but it's different. It's different. Like 3 are outdoors during the day, and like 2 are inside. So it's like not like we're like gross cat people. We're just like, oh my god, you have so many pets. But my ladies, my cats, 4 of them are girls, and then we have the boy. We have Maxine, my queen, my everything. We have Toonie, or bitch cat. She's the worst. We have Mags, but we call her Fluff. And my dad thought her name was Megan. He's like, Megan! And I'm like, Dad, like this was in the morning. I'm like, Dad, who's Megan? He's like, your fluffy cat. I'm like, Dad, her name's Mags. And he's like, oh, well, that's the same thing to me. I downloaded dating apps because I'm like, ooh, let's see all the material I could get from these conversations. Turns out I didn't even last long enough on the apps. 3 days, and I'm like, this is not for me. I literally, like, you get a message, you match with someone, some attractive, wholesome looking man, and he literally, he just does, you know, he'll just DM you like a repulsive thing. Like just something repulsive, like I don't even want to say, to be honest, but you know, they'll be like DTF. They'll be like, downtown Fullerton? No, but literally, like, dating apps are the worst. I don't know why guys think it's attractive to post mirror pics at gyms with like their muscles like looking all, they're like this in like the mirror with like their selfie, like in the mirror, right? Like this. But they have uneven tan lines. Why am I working my ass off to get even tan lines if they think they could just like, no. You can't have uneven tan lines if you're gonna post a body pic. Sorry, boys. That's not mean because that's nothing about your body, because obviously you could get tan if you have tan lines. So let's do this. Come on, step it up, seriously. I don't know about you guys, but my least favorite thing about being a female is my little friend that comes once a month. My tampon and my period, and I just can't. I just really do not like my period, okay? Sorry, boys. You're gonna hear this one, all right? Cool. Thanks. I literally, if you read my article in the newspaper, you know I get a little raunchy, all right? That's what you get. That's your warning. Thank you. You believe if you like. But anyways, so I hate when I'm on my fucking period and I ask around, I'm like, tampon anyone? Like, I have no shame. I don't care. I'm like, tampon, like in class, I'm like, hello, anyone? And when someone has the audacity to take, like, finally they're searching, they're like, oh yeah, I have one. I'm like, fuck yes. I'm like getting my hopes up. I'm like, yeah. They're digging through their backpack. I'm like, they're like, it's in here. I feel it. I'm like, yes, they have it. And then they pull it out, and it is as small as a Q-tip. They have tampons for light flow? Never heard of that before. God, I personally will need 5 of those, ma'am. Thank you. God, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So I'm gonna hop onto something a little more family friendly, I guess. My next topic is squirrels. How do we feel about squirrels? The squirrels on our campus? They're little meth heads. I saw one. Who was I walking with today? Was I walking with someone here? We saw a squirrel carrying an entire wrapper up a tree. Was I not with anyone here? Oh. Wait, that person's not here, right? All right, I'll have to find out who that was. Anyways, it's kind of whatever. But I just always see squirrels carrying things. I saw a squirrel carrying an orange, an entire orange. Yeah, don't know how. I don't know how either. It's like neck muscles, probably really good. But back to squirrels. Whoa, back to my story about squirrels. Sorry. Okay, a little background into my love of squirrels. When I was younger, there were these 2 squirrels that played in my backyard, and I knew what squirrels they were because my dog used to like stare at them and like chase them around. So I named them as any child would, and by child I mean sophomore in high school. I named them Gertrude and Ulysses, and truly, I would just see them fight and whatever. One day I'm coming home from school and you know I'm whipping real hard in my Mini Cooper. Yeah, I have a Mini Cooper too. Where is he? There he is. We should link up. Take some pics. Anyways, so I'm whipping really hard on my back street. All of a sudden, I see a dead squirrel in the road. So, as any normal person would do, I ran into my house, grabbed a rag and a shovel, and I got the squirrel and I buried him. Of course. That just shows you how good of a person I am, truly. Very, very endearing. Anyways, so upon further examination, it was Ulysses. Don't need to tell you how I know that. But anyways, so I just think squirrels are so funny and cool. Anyways, so that was just a backstory. recently, I was driving with my friend Victoria, and you guys know Victoria? You can cheer your little baby. So we were driving, and I see a dead squirrel, but you know when you see a dead animal and you're like, oh, I don't want to see it, I don't want to see it. So you like block your view, you know you see a dead animal, but you're like, nope, no. So I did that, and Victoria, of course, yells, oh my God, a dead squirrel! Olivia, it's a dead squirrel! Jesus Christ, Victoria, I know there's a squirrel there. You don't have to point it out. And she's like, I remember when I hit my first squirrel. Victoria, how many squirrels have you hit? Victoria literally responds, I don't know, I lost count. I'm from Northern California, and squirrels are everywhere. What? Do all of you guys hit squirrels?
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of small woodland-like creatures, when I was little, I have a sister, Heather. She's here. Fuck yeah! Bust down! Heather's here. I know there's some Heather fans here. Yes! If you don't know who Heather is, you're missing out, truly. That's the nicest thing I've ever said. You're not even videoing. Wow. Okay, anyways. So, Heather, my twin brother Tristan, and I, we all got pet hamsters. And Heather had this little pathetic looking hamster, named like Pudding or something. Tristan had like this huge hamster named like Gordo from Lizzie McGuire. Because he had like longish hair. He's like, it's like Gordo. You're such a pussy. Okay. But, and then I had a hamster. And of course, my hamster was named after my favorite grocery store, Ralph. His name was Ralph. He was just darling. I had him for years. Way too long to have a hamster. So the other, honestly 2 years ago, my mom and I were talking, and she, oh, that noise. My mom and I were talking, and she's like, yeah, I forget we were talking about like things like, I'm like, have you lied to me, Mom? Like, cause like, have you ever lied to me? I don't know why I was asking her this, but I was. And she's like, honestly, Olivia, yeah, when you were younger, Ralph only lasted a week. What? She's like, well, the first Ralph got out. I said, the first Ralph? And she said, yes. And then Ralph died. And we just kept replacing him. And she's like, Olivia, we literally gave you a long-haired hamster one time, and you thought it was Ralph. Like, these hamsters clearly looked so different. So yeah, I'm like, Mom, did you want me to feel better about myself? Thanks. But, anyways, so apparently they kept lying to me because I wasn't good with loss then. And I'm still not good with loss now because look who I brought. No, I'm joking. Oh, woo! Okay, so I think I'm gonna move on to something that I didn't think I was gonna talk about, but I really want to talk about it now. So this past summer, I studied abroad. Pizza and Bears Brothers, where you at? Yeah, fuck yeah. Okay, we went to Italy, so much fun, but this story comes after the group trip. The story comes 2 days after the school portion was done, when I was traveling with my friend Haley Huishner and her family. And, so I lost my passport in Italy, yeah. And I also lost all my money with my passport. And everyone keeps saying, like, when I tell people, they're like, of course that happened to you. I'm like, what do you mean, of course that happened to me? I thought do people not see me as like a responsible young woman? Like, is that not how people see me? Like, wow, I have my view scared. But anyways, so me and, so I lost my passport, and then me and Haley's dad, like, he's like, okay, Olivia, let's get you to the water taxi, let's get you a train station ticket, and you gotta go to the embassy. So I'm like, fuck. I was in Venice, and I had to go, sorry, I don't know why I said we. I was alone. I was by myself. I had to take a train from Venice to Milan, which was 2.5 hours, and I had to navigate by myself through the city, not knowing any Italian, still don't know any Italian, because Matteo was my saving grace and ordered for me every night. Anyways, but, so I was lost. I was literally, you know, like, maybe even like, you know when it's like a movie and a girl's like, oh yeah, like Sharpay Evans, you know? When she's coming into the city with like her bag, she's like, that's how I'm walking around Milan with my backpack and my hydro flask. I'm like, where's the embassy? And I finally, like, I got a hold of the taxi guy, like driver. I was in the wrong line for the taxi. The taxi was going to the airport, the line I was standing in. So I had to get another one, whatever. The guy obviously made me pay way too much. I don't even remember, I was so stressed out. And so I get to the embassy, and if you've never been to an embassy outside of the United States, I don't know if they're the same inside of the United States, and I don't know if they're the same anywhere else in the world. Anyways, if you go to the Milan embassy, let me tell you about that. There are big men outside with big guns, and there is, at the time, there was like protesters and stuff outside, and I'm like, oh fuck. Like, I thought this was gonna be easy. I see this long line out to the embassy, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. But then I'm walking past, and this girl's like, you're an American, right? And I'm like, how can you tell? And she's like, yeah, well, you could come in this door. And I'm like, okay, thank God. Huge guys with, like, machine guns. Not machine guns, I'm being so dramatic, but you know what I mean, like big guns, like scary. They had like little, like, I think they had little berets on them. They were very cute. But, so you have to put all of your stuff into this locker. Remember this for later in the story. You need to, so they give you a key and it's assigned to a locker, and you have to put all the stuff that you have, your phone and everything, in the locker. And you need to lock it, and you keep the key with you, and then when you come back out, like, you can't bring anything in an embassy. So this was a problem for me, not one, but thrice. Thrice this was a problem for me. One, when I first got there, I mean, like, I went up and everything, I was like shaking, like I was sweating so much, like I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do, my mom's not here. So this is my first time like away from home too, like for more than like a week. So this was very just an experience. But anyways, so I get up there, everything's fine, I went through all the security and stuff, and I had to go up all these like elevators, but like the security guards have to do the elevators for you. Like you can't even like just go up, like you have to wait until there's like enough people to be there. Anyways, I had to go back down to my locker 2 times to get things that I didn't know I was gonna need up there. And the embassy, like where like Americans could get their passports, is like at the very, very top of the building. So I had to keep going up and down. Oh, the worst. Finally got everything done. I was so happy. They have photo booths for your passport pictures in the embassy. So you can retake it as many times as you want. Thank God. Because my last passport picture, I looked a little methy. I have to admit. But, so, I have everything, my new passport. I'm like trying to like make conversation with the guys, like the guards. Like I got my passport, I'm ready. I was showing them my picture, I'm like, does it look good? And they're literally just like, okay, move on, move on. So I finally get out of there, have my backpack, everything on. I'm walking away. I get probably like 20, 25 feet away. And these giant men with guns chase me down. They're like, Miss Brown! And they're like all running. And there's the leader of the pack, and he's like this huge guy, and it said like US like Army on his shirt or whatever. And like he had like dog tags or whatever the things are, and then I'm just like, I remember thinking he was attractive when I went in for the first time. I'm like, ooh. Anyways, but when he's charging you down, not so attractive anymore. I was frightened. I turn around and I'm like, whoa! Because they're all running at me. You guys don't, like, I can't even explain it. It was terrifying. And they're like, Miss Brown, and like they're holding like their guns. And I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Did I do something? You know when you were like, you know when you were little and like, you know you did something and you're just waiting for the consequence to happen, and you have like this gut feeling, like that's how it was, because I'm like, what did I do? Because I didn't know. So finally, they bring me back. I'm walking back, me, so small. I was in Italy for a month and walking so much, so I was so skinny. I'm walking back, you know, like with my backpack, my hydro flask, and all these guards around me. Like I was like the queen or something. It was so funny. I wish like someone I knew was there. So funny. I was like the queen when she walks. I was like, but so we get back, and then they're like, Miss Brown, where's the key? I said, the key for the locker? Or I literally said to them, I'm like, are you fucking joking? You had a whole SWAT team come after me for a fucking key to a locker with no one else's stuff in it? Like they probably had multiple duplicates, I would imagine. Anyways, that was the worst experience of my life, probably. Thank you so much for coming and supporting stand-up comedy, because it's very good to laugh, and life should be about the ups, you know? So thank you guys for coming.